Every few months, headlines explode with the latest miracle that promises to slow down aging or even reverse it. Recently, one trendy example has been nicotinamide mononucleotide, or NMN, a supplement marketed as a direct way to restore youthful energy. Social media influencers share glossy before and after shots. Wellness companies advertise bottles at premium prices, and hopeful buyers imagine that this tiny capsule holds the secret to living past 100. A year before that, it was resveratrol in red wine. Before that, it was collagen powders or exotic mushroom extracts. These waves of promises never really stop, and they grip our attention every time. Why are we so quick to believe? The answer lies in something deeply human. Aging is universal, and with it comes fear. Fear of weakness, of disease, of losing the independence we once took for granted. When a product tells us that the unstoppable march of time can be slowed with one simple purchase, it doesn't just catch our eye, it touches our emotions. The hope of agelessness has always been powerful enough to make us suspend our doubts, at least for a little while. Think about the pomegranate. For years, it has been celebrated as an anti-aging wonder fruit. Its juice is packed in sleek bottles, sold for high prices, and praised in articles as if it could erase decades from our bodies. Yes, pomegranates are healthy. They contain antioxidants, vitamins, and fiber. But when singled out and exaggerated, they become symbols of misplaced faith and shortcuts. Pomegranates are not the fountain of youth, yet they are often treated as if they were. By starting here, we can see the real challenge in separating hype from truth when it comes to longevity. Beyond the buzz, the scientific method in longevity. If flashy marketing is one side of the coin, science is the other. To understand longevity, we need to step beyond bold headlines and look at the methods that actually give reliable answers. Anecdotes can sound persuasive. Your neighbor's uncle lived to 95 and swore by a glass of whiskey every night. But anecdotes are not science. To discover what truly extends life, researchers rely on structured, careful studies. Longitudinal studies are one of the most important. Imagine tracking thousands of people across decades, recording their diets, sleep patterns, exercise levels, and health outcomes. This slow but powerful approach is how we learn that smoking shortens life, that exercise reduces heart disease, and that balanced diets extend healthy years. Randomized controlled trials go a step further. In these, one group makes a lifestyle change while another does not. Over time, comparing the two groups shows whether the change actually caused the difference. Then come meta-analyses, which pool together dozens of studies, removing the chance that one small trial skews the story. Why does this matter so much? Because interpreting claims about longevity without understanding research can be dangerous. A supplement might look promising in a small study of 20 people, but that does not mean it works for millions. Correlation often gets mistaken for causation. For example, people who drink green tea might live longer, but is it the tea or is it the tea drinkers also eat more vegetables, smoke less, and walk more? Another major pitfall is funding bias. If a supplement company pays for research, the study is more likely to highlight benefits and downplay risks. These traps remind us why rigorous scientific methods are the foundation we must trust over catchy slogans. The undeniable pillars of proven longevity. If the shiny promises don't hold up, what does? Here, the science is remarkably consistent. The first pillar is food. The Mediterranean diet is one of the best examples. Picture a simple lunch in a Greek village. Grilled fish drizzled with olive oil, a colorful salad of tomatoes, cucumbers, and peppers, a side of lentils, and fresh fruit for dessert. This way of eating has been studied for decades, and the results are striking. People who follow it closely have lower rates of heart disease, diabetes, and early death. The secret isn't in one magical ingredient, but in the pattern. Meals are built around plants, legumes, whole grains, and healthy fats, with moderate amounts of fish and minimal processed foods. A similar benefit appears in plant-based diets that emphasize beans, vegetables, nuts, and seeds. What matters most is variety, balance, and nutrients that support cellular repair while calming inflammation. The second pillar is movement. This doesn't mean spending hours in the gym. Research shows that just 11 minutes of brisk walking a day lowers the risk of early death. 11 minutes is less time than most people spend checking social media. Add 2 short strength sessions per week, bodyweight moves like push-ups and squats, or lifting light weights, and you protect your muscles and bones. Consistent activity improves heart health, supports brain function, and reduces the risk of falls later in life. The key is not intensity, but regularity. A life filled with steady movement is what keeps the body resilient. These two pillars, food and movement, are simple but profound. They are the cornerstones of real longevity, built on decades of evidence, not trends that fade away after a season. Mind, sleep, and community, the often overlooked factors. While diet and exercise often take the spotlight, other factors play just as important a role in how long and how well we live. Stress is a quiet thief. Chronic stress keeps cortisol levels high, damaging blood vessels, raising blood pressure, and even weakening the immune system. Over time, it shortens the protective caps on DNA called telomeres, which are directly linked to cellular aging. But stress relief doesn't require dramatic changes. It starts with small, steady habits. A few minutes of slow breathing can calm the nervous system. A 10-minute walk outdoors clears the mind and lowers tension. Writing down worries at the end of the day signals to the brain that it's safe to let go. When practiced daily, these small resets protect the body from long-term wear. Sleep is another pillar often neglected. Less than 6 hours a night is tied to higher risks of obesity, heart disease, and dementia. Sleep is when the brain clears out waste, repairs cells, and processes memory. A restless night makes us feel foggy the next day, but repeated poor sleep accelerates aging. The fix begins with routine. Dim the lights an hour before bed, avoid late heavy meals, and keep the room cool and quiet. Even setting aside the same bedtime each night teaches the body to enter deep restorative sleep. Then there is community. Loneliness is one of the strongest predictors of early death. Studies show it is as harmful as smoking daily. Humans are wired for connection. In every blue zone, where people frequently live past 100 strong family ties, and active social lives are common. Sharing meals, walking with friends, and belonging to groups provide both purpose and joy. These connections reduce stress, encourage healthy habits, and make life worth living. A weekly dinner, a phone call with a friend, or even chatting with a neighbor can be as important for health as any medicine. Your longevity blueprint, actionable insights. So how do you turn this knowledge into action? The answer is not complicated, but it does require commitment. Start with food. Fill half your plate with vegetables or fruit at every meal. Add beans or lentils several times a week for protein and fiber. Use olive oil for cooking instead of butter, and eat fish regularly. Keep processed snacks and sugary drinks to a minimum. Variety and balance matter more than chasing rare, exotic superfoods. Move your body every day. Walk while you talk on the phone. Take the stairs when possible. Do short strength exercises twice a week, such as push-ups, squats, resistance bands, or lifting grocery bags. Gardening, cycling, or dancing all count too. The best activity is the one you enjoy enough to stick with. Aim for consistency, not perfection. Protect your sleep as if it were medicine. Choose a bedtime you can keep, leave your phone outside the bedroom, and give yourself time to wind down before lights out. If you wake during the night, don't panic. Read a page of a book or breathe slowly until sleep returns. Manage stress through daily resets. Try slow breathing, a short walk, or writing down 3 things you're grateful for each day. These practices train the body to recover instead of staying on alert. And invest in relationships. Call a friend, share meals with family, or join a group. Loneliness erodes health, but community strengthens it. Relationships are not extras, they are essentials. Supplements can play a role if you're deficient, like vitamin D in regions with little sunlight, but no pill replaces lifestyle. If something promises to reverse aging in weeks, it's selling hype. The real secret is already in your daily choices. Conclusion: hope makes us curious about miracle cures. Hype tries to sell them. But the truth is that real longevity doesn't come from bottles or powders. It comes from the way we live. Eat balanced meals built on whole foods. Move every day in ways that bring you joy. Protect your sleep as if it were medicine. Manage stress with small, steady habits. Stay close to people who matter most. These habits may seem ordinary, but their power is extraordinary. They add years of life, but more importantly, They add life to your years. That is the real fountain of youth. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like, share it with someone who might need it, and subscribe to our channel for more practical health tips. Your support helps us reach more people who are looking for natural ways to feel better.